Hi, welcome to my channel. Today is going to be a little bit of a different video, but very important for me. I want to share with you how the failure on YouTube has contributed to my own personal journey of self-growth, self-love, and self-acceptance. And I say failure because normally when somebody has I guess expectedly, if somebody has a channel for several years and uploads content and there are people who are subscribing and commenting, the channel should grow and there should be some income maybe coming out of it, but that's not what happened in my case at all. So we're going to dive in a little bit into what I exactly done to make my channel fail. So if you want to learn what not to do, if you want your channel to succeed on YouTube, then keep on watching because I will share with you all of the little details and all of my mistakes and all of the things that I wish I would have done a little bit differently. So I'll tell you what exactly to avoid if you want your channel to grow and if you want to have more subscribers, more views, and maybe possibly some income coming off from YouTube. So let's rewind a little bit. I started the channel in 2016. I moved here in 2015 and a year later I got married. I settled down with a house and I've been watching YouTube for a while, so I decided to get my own camera and start recording some videos. I didn't know really anything about editing or recording or anything like that. I didn't really know what I wanted to talk about, but being a Polish person and living in New York, I thought it would be a good idea to talk about the differences between Polish people and American people and like cultural things and stuff like that. But that pretty quickly burned out. I didn't have many ideas to talk about it, although throughout the years I was kind of coming back to the topics like that because initially a lot of people who subscribed to my channel were interested in that kind of topic. If you want your channel to grow, you have to focus on not necessarily very specific niche, but at least some underlying message of your videos has to be the same so that people who subscribe to you are interested in your content and keep watching your content. I had a lot of people subscribing because of the Polish American content or just talking about being Polish, but then I started to talk about very different things that had absolutely nothing to do with being Polish. I just talked about the things that I thought were interesting, and also I talked about the things that were easy to talk about for me. I also started recording the videos because I wanted to get better in English skills. I wanted to feel more comfortable and just kind of like gain more power of myself and like talking in English, and that has definitely been a huge success. As you can tell, my English has gotten much better, not because of the videos specifically, but just because of time passing. But I have gotten better about being comfortable in front of the camera for sure. Different things which I totally didn't expect it to see being different than they are in Europe, in Poland, where I come from. So at first I was super excited about making content. I had lots of ideas. I wanted to make an impact, feel connected. It didn't go as planned. I had long periods of time when I wouldn't post any content. That's a mistake number 2. The content was very different, and long periods of time when I wouldn't post anything. And the longest one that actually killed the channel and killed my monetization was when my second child was born. My son was born and I had a 6-month period when I didn't record any videos. I didn't feel like my channel was growing. I wasn't getting views. I wasn't getting really any income out of it. Maybe throughout these whatever how many years it was, I made like $150 off of YouTube altogether, which wasn't my goal, my main goal initially. So that wasn't really any kind of income. But the 6 months of not posting anything took away my monetization, and now to get the channel back into that point with getting views, with I do have the number of subscribers I need to have to be monetized, but I don't have the views. So those were the biggest mistakes. The content was very different. I was posting random things. I was constantly changing the place where I was filming, the topic, the setting, my look. Like I was just playing around trying to figure out what do I want to do, what matters to me, what I want to talk about, what am I good at, like what is interesting for me to talk about, and what I want to also explore and learn about more, because if you are making a content about a certain topic, you're going to have to do a research and prepare yourself to make a video. So once I was starting to talk about certain things and I had to kind of come up with more things to talk about it, I didn't really want to because it wasn't interesting, it wasn't inspiring, it wasn't something that I felt passionate about. So that's why I was kind of like switching around the content, seeing what do I want to do. And not posting for long periods of time is definitely something that's going to let the algorithm know that your channel is not something that people are watching, that people are interested in, and it's just going to kill the views. But here's the most interesting part. Throughout those years and all these setbacks and all these times when I didn't post anything, there were such major changes happening in my life. I've learned to grow myself and love myself and self-accept myself and accept myself more for who I am, despite the lack of views, the negative, sometimes nasty, just straight up stupid comments that I've been getting. And I was learning very slowly, but I have learned to not let it define me. I had moments in the YouTube journey where I would read the comments and they would be just stupid, negative people arguing about stuff that didn't even matter or were not the point of the video, and I was just like, what's the point? Like, people are all just, they're not getting my message, or like they're not really understanding what I'm talking about. But then two major things happened in my life that were like major awakenings, I could say. One was becoming a mom, and I have 2 little kids. So that was a huge booster for my own personal growth, and also becoming a mom showed me my pain points and things I need to work on. And I also lost my mom very suddenly, which is within itself a massive healing and growth journey from, something that's absolutely terrible and devastating that has happened in my life, but also showed me how precious life is and how much I have to offer to other people, and that without self-love and self-acceptance, I cannot go on with my life anymore, and I cannot succeed in any way. I grew so much as a person that I don't really recognize the person who started making these videos, even though that is me, and I'm not ashamed or embarrassed about like what I was talking about or how I was talking. My speech is different because that was years ago. My English was different, but that is still the person that I was. I have learned to embrace my imperfections and my mistakes and learn from them, or just give myself grace, because nobody's perfect and everybody makes mistakes. And sometimes that could be the most inspiring thing for another person, to see that others are just like me and we still have very interesting things to show for one another and inspire each other. On YouTube, we often see content, on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, we see content that is polished, that is not very authentic, because people talk about things that I have not experienced themselves, or they have not had to go through. Motherhood and loss of my mom had such a major impact on my life, that what I'm talking about now couldn't be more authentic. So I've learned to love and accept myself more. I also grew in my confidence despite some of my shortcomings and lack of knowledge, or lack of like the fluency in English that I would want to have. I have learned to be confident in who I am and as I am right now, and to be open to the potential growth that is in front of me. And the most important part is I absolutely redefined success. We define success by the external response that we get from other people, from how much money we make, from how much people can see and respond to us. And on YouTube, it's the views, it's the comments, it's the likes. But really, success is, to me now, how much I can love myself, accept, forgive myself, despite everything that is going on in my life, and despite the fact that my channel is basically dying because the views are terrible. And it is hard to see that I will put a lot of effort and energy into a video and it gets like 50 views. I keep posting because it's not about the likes and the views for me. It's my own personal journey, and I have committed to posting as much as I can, or as much as I really feel like I have actually something to say. I won't post a video just to post it. I will post something that is valuable to other people, and if the content that I've made is not really inspiring other people, and it's not inspiring to me, and I don't feel like I'm talking from my heart, I don't want to post that. So success is a personal journey, and I've started to measure it by how much I love and accept myself more, and how much I am true to myself, and how many lessons I have learned throughout my journey. Letting go of societal expectations, and also my own very difficult and high expectations that I used to have for myself, has taught me to embrace the journey and love myself even more. Self-love for me came from being my best friend, from shutting down the inner critic and becoming somebody who is deeply compassionate, and somebody who gives herself a unconditional, deep understanding and love. I used to be so harsh on myself. I would make content and I would never post it because I said something that wasn't the way I should, or my voice wasn't the way it should, my makeup, my look, my face, my sweater, my whatever, the voice wasn't like, there was so many things I would focus on, and I would be so harsh on myself, and then that actually stole my success on YouTube, and I would definitely give myself the harsh treatment instead of actually being my best friend and supporting myself. And throughout the years, I have learned to absolutely change that. Seeing negative comments now is making me feel compassion and love for the person who's commenting, because either they are not understanding the content or not putting time and effort into understanding it, or they have something about themselves that they don't feel good about. They don't accept and love themselves. So if they're criticizing me, very often it's a reflection of how you feel about yourself. I don't take criticism personally. People just don't understand my journey. People don't understand what I'm talking about. And lately, with the videos that I made about self-love and self-acceptance and letting go of perfectionism, getting over breakups, getting over being a people pleaser with true self-love and very strong self-love, those are the types of videos that will make an impact on people who are open to this kind of message, and on to people who are also understanding of the content, who can take it to heart and really think about it. And even though the views are low, I have people sending me messages and comments on how this content really has impacted them and how it's been very helpful for them. So I am truly grateful for that. I will take those few views that people really understand and love the content, rather than having hundreds of views of people who just skip through it and don't really take it to heart and don't really listen to what I said. So I really started to celebrate those little victories and those little debates that I have with people that are really interested and invested in the content that I'm talking about. And this process on YouTube has really helped me, supported me in changing my view on success and changing my view on myself, and learning how to love and accept myself more, despite the things that I have done that I am not happy or super proud about, or I wish I would just start a channel and it's like growing and it's crazy and I'm making hundreds of dollars. But that has not happened yet, maybe yet. That hasn't happened, and that's okay. And I'm so okay with that. That is the most inspiring and life-changing thing about it. If I make a video and one person watches it and they see something inspiring and it inspires them to change something about themselves, or start loving themselves, start exploring self-love, and start actually maybe thinking about it more, and they will also feel less alone about feeling that way, that is success to me. That means that my content helped one person, and I'm grateful for that. So here's the takeaway: failure is not the end. It's a beautiful beginning. It's a chance to rewrite your story. It's a chance to redefine your path, and what do you think about success, and what do you think about yourself? And failure is an invitation to learning to love yourself deeply and unconditionally, despite the failure, despite the setbacks, despite the difficulties. So if you're going through a tough time, and I'm not talking about YouTube, you're not alone. People on YouTube seem like they're so successful and amazing. That's not true. We all go through very difficult times. Life is not about being happy. Life is about going through things that are put in front of us, and embrace those things and feel the way we need to feel about them and going through them. So embrace the journey, learn from the setbacks, and let it be the catalyst for your personal growth. And thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have followed me for a long time, thank you. That is remarkable. That is something, if somebody stuck with me for so many years, truly thank you. And if you share similar struggles, share in the comments. I would love to read about similar experiences, or what do you think about that? And always remember that your journey is unique. People may not understand your pain, your journey, your struggles. It is unique because you are a unique person, and we are all worthy of love and success. Life is such a journey. There have been things that happened to me since I've started this channel that I would never expect to happen in such a short period of time. And I mean beautiful and amazing things, and also terrible, tragic, and awful things that I wished I didn't have to face, but I did have to face them, like we all do, because again, life is not about perfection. Success being a perfect life, being happy. It's a journey that we all go through with ups and downs and learning from it. I hope this video was inspiring and maybe educational in a way. So if you want to grow your channel quickly, don't make those mistakes that I did. Learn from my mistakes. But I hope you found it inspiring and helpful. If you did, let me know by commenting or subscribing or liking. That would be helpful. I hope to see you all in the next video. Keep loving yourself and embrace your life as a journey. Bye.